Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Radhanath Swaminiti Namine. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvisesa Sunyavadi Paschatya Desatarini. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnanajana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Mena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitamena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Svapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Shri Yuttapada Kamalam Sri Guru Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sakagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajeevam Sadvaidam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sakagana Lalita Sri Visakanvitamscha. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpati Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namosute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarvyascha Kripa Sindhubhye Vachapatitanam Pavnebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Isvaraga Paramaka Krishnaga Sachidananda Vigraham Anadi Radir Govindaga Sadvakarana Karanam Om Tat Sat Hare Krishna. By the causeless mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, we are nicely studying Bhagavad Gita, the king of knowledge, Raja Vidya. So now we are in the 10th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Vibhuti Yoga. Krishna is listing all his opulences. The reason Bhagavad Gita is the king of knowledge because it gives us the real knowledge to make us to be happy all the time. That means to completely get rid of all the problems. It all depends upon how we are living in this way. Because Krishna is teaching very clearly that this world is full of problems. But we need to realize that. That's where the real problem is. The real problem is that we don't realize that this world is full of problems. Once we understand that, that means we have got the knowledge, full knowledge. That's what Krishna is teaching us in Bhagavad Gita. We need to understand. So, not solving one or two problems, what we face in our life and thinking that everything is done. So that's not an intelligent way of living. Because in this material world, it is certain that everyone is going to face all kinds of problems. But those who have Krishna's mercy can overcome. So that knowledge we should have. So we should have the knowledge that we are struggling and suffering. And then we should also have the knowledge that when we connect ourselves with Krishna, when we surrender unto Krishna, then that is the solution for all our struggle in this material world. But it should not be just a theoretical knowledge. Bhagavad Gita is not just a philosophy or theory. Not at all. Bhagavad Gita is a practical, it's a practical procedure given here in this Bhagavad Gita, which everyone has to practice. So that's what we need to understand. Because it's talking about action. So how to perform our actions every day, how to act. That's what Bhagavad Gita is teaching us. Just because our motor functions are working, we cannot whimsically do what we want. Bhagavad Gita is teaching us very clearly that if we don't follow the rules and regulations given by Krishna, then we are going to face the reactions. Like any country or any city, they have a lot of rules, laws. And a citizen is supposed to know. That's the main thing. Saying that I don't know that this is the law is not an excuse to get freed from the punishment. Nobody can say like that. When we are caught while driving, if you don't have the driving license, insurance and other things, and if you simply say that, no, I don't know about it, so that's not an excuse. So similarly, in this material world, Krishna has created so many laws, rules and regulations, everything for us, how to live. So not knowing them is not an excuse. So that's what we need to understand. So this Bhagavad Gita is a manual where we need to follow every day, every moment. So then, that's what. When we follow all the rules and regulations, so that means niyatam karma, that means perform only the actions which are prescribed. Niyatam. So then, there are no issues, no problems. Then we can live peacefully. We can live happily. And we are not punished. When we don't follow the rules and regulations, when we don't follow the laws, then we have to face the punishment. The punishment is that we have to live in this material world. We have to we'll be bonded to this material body. And the punishment is basically karma bandha and janma bandha. So that is the punishment. By not knowing the laws of Bhagavad Gita, what Krishna is teaching in Bhagavad Gita, so this applies to anyone and everyone. It doesn't mean that whether one believes in it or not. So in a city, the law is, or in a state, the law is for everyone. It's not someone who accepts it or not, or believes it or not like that. It's for everyone. So the same thing. But with Krishna, we cannot cheat. This material world, you can actually bribe and come out of the punishment, and all such things can happen. Here, everything is very perfect. Krishna is watching all our activities. He knows everything. He knows all our past activities also. In our previous lives. Bahuni me vyatitani janmani tavacha Arjuna. Tani aham veda sarvani natvam veta parantam. So Krishna knows all of them. He is the Sakshi, witness. He is the overseer, Upadrishta. So Krishna knows everything. We cannot cheat Krishna. In fact, Krishna is saying in the 10th chapter, I am the gambling of the cheats. So that's what we need to understand. If we have this knowledge from Bhagavad Gita, if we follow Krishna's instructions very carefully, then we are not going to face any reactions. So for this, we cannot keep on like no other parihara. So like we have to, the problem is that when in this material world, if we try to do such things, it's not going to work because we still keep committing sins. That is the problem. Simply surrendering unto Krishna is the only way to keep ourselves safe from all these problems, to protect ourselves from this material world, fully surrendering unto Krishna. If you are facing some problems, if you are not able to live peacefully, if you are struggling and suffering in this material world, so that simply means we have not fully surrendered unto Krishna. So if you have taken this material body in this material world, that simply means we are under the control of the modes of nature. We are not freed from the three modes of nature. This applies to everyone other than Krishna. And if you are struggling and suffering in this material world, so that means we have not fully surrendered unto Krishna. Because Krishna said very clearly that Sasvachantim Nigachati. For my devotees, they will attain everlasting peace. That's what Sasvachantim Nigachati. So Chipram Bhavati Dharmatma Sasvachantim Nigachati. So that way, if we are a devotee of Krishna, then we are going to live a peaceful life. And we are not going to face any problems. That means we are not going to be affected by any problems. That is the main thing. Once we are not affected by anything in this material world, so that means we are freed. Everything will happen in the same way only. But of course, Krishna is going to protect us. Krishna is going to save us. So if some harm is coming on our way, Krishna is going to stop it. Krishna knows. So that way, only depending on Krishna, simply surrendering unto Krishna will solve all our problems. This Bhagavad Gita is a solution manual. It teaches us how to surrender unto Krishna and how to behave. Basically, we need to behave ourselves. That's what is very important. So how to behave? Bhagavad Gita is teaching us. Krishna is teaching us through this Bhagavad Gita. How to please Krishna, how to behave well, and how to lead a very peaceful life, meaningful life. We are getting everything from this Bhagavad Gita. So simply following Bhagavad Gita is the surest way we can get rid of all the problems in this material world. It helped Arjuna, it's helping us, and we are going to save many, many souls in this material world, from this material world. So by distributing this prasada, Krishna's prasada, this Bhagavad Gita, this knowledge, because anyone who hears these instructions, discussions between Krishna and Arjuna, so definitely they are going to become a devotee of Krishna. They will fall in love with Krishna, no doubt about it. So that's what Krishna himself says. So that way, we are going to focus only on Krishna. We are going to surrender only unto Krishna. We need to make use of this human body, human life, energy, whatever we got. Everything should be focused only on Krishna only. So Bhagavad Gita knowledge is helping us to get there. If we simply have the desire to please Krishna, desire to spread this Bhagavad Gita, that is enough. Then Krishna will find ways for us. Krishna will show ways for us to do that. That also I have informed many times in the past. What is needed is that our desire to please Krishna. We should not have any attachments to anything in this material world. So that way, it's a slow and steady progress. Because when we get this knowledge, we are definitely going to be very strong in our determination. Because this is not based on sentimental faith. This is not based on some blind belief. This is based on the spiritual science, the knowledge about our own self. And we are able to actually see pratyaksha, vagamam dharmam. So we can experience, we can see ourselves. With this Bhagavad Gita knowledge, we can understand, we can see that we are not the body, we are the soul. Matter doesn't matter to us. So we are not going to be attached to the material things in this world. Our assets, properties, this and that, and all such things. We know very well that we don't own anything, and it's all simply a matter of time only, transition. That's it. In the time when we live, we think that it is ours, and that is mine, and this is mine, but nothing is ours. When the time comes to leave this body, everything is gone. So that knowledge should be there with us all the time. And Krishna is with us all the time. Krishna is not going to go anywhere. Krishna is with us all. So that way, Bhagavad Gita knowledge gives us all the needed information to make use of this human body. Very well. So, use it or lose it. That's it. If you don't use it, we lose it. That means we are going to come back here and struggle and suffer more. We have to ensure that our next body, next life should be definitely much, much better than this. People in this world, without the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita in general, they are actually working and doing all kinds of things. But with the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, we can make ourselves that we will have a better birth. We need to keep progressing towards Goloka. So that is possible only with this Bhagavad Gita knowledge. So if anyone interested in the better life, in the future lives, they should study only Bhagavad Gita. Only this material science is only actually giving us the knowledge to lead better materialistic life in this world. But unfortunately, by doing so, we are committing all kinds of crimes, sins, that our next life is going to be very, very horrible. So now Krishna's mercy, we are nicely studying in the 10th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. We are understanding very clearly about Krishna's opulence. So in the 10th chapter, sloka number 31, Krishna is teaching us Pavanaga Pavatamasmi Ramaga Sastrabhritamaham Jashana Makaraschasmi Shotasamasmi Chetas Janavi. Shotasamasmi Janavi. So, Pavanaga Pavatamasmi. Of all that purifies, I am the wind. Ramaga Shastrabhritamaham. So, of the wielders of weapons, I am Rama. And Jasanam, of all the fishes, I am Makara. That is the shark. And of the flowing rivers, Shotasam, I am Janavi. I am the Ganges, river Ganges. So, Savaranam, Himalaya. Of the immovable things, I am Himalaya. Of the flowing rivers, I am Ganges. So, which is coming from Himalaya. So, all are Krishna only. Of purifiers, I am the wind. Of the wielders of weapons, I am Rama. Of fishes, I am the shark. And of flowing rivers, I am the Ganges. Then in the next sloka, Krishna is teaching. Sarganam adirantascha madhyam chaivagam arjuna adhyatma vidyanam vadaga pravadatamaham. That's what Krishna is teaching. So for all creations, I am the beginning, middle, and end. Sarganam, Adi, beginning, Anta, end, Madhyam, middle. Adhyatma Vidyanam, of all the knowledge, I am the knowledge about the self. So that's what is the spiritual knowledge. Bhagavad Gita. Of all the knowledge, I am the knowledge about the soul. Adhyatma Vidya. That's what we are studying. So that means of all the knowledge, I am Bhagavad Gita. That's it. Adhyatma Vidyana. Vadaga Pravadatam Aham. So, of the Vadaga Pravadatam, of all the arguments, Pravadatam, I am the conclusion of all the arguments. That's what Vadaga Pravadatam Aham. Of all creations, I am the beginning and the end and also the middle. O Arjuna, of all sciences, I am the spiritual science of the self, and among logicians, I am the conclusive truth. Then in the next sloka, sloka number 33. Aksharana akaro usmi dvandvaga samasikasya cha ahameva kshayaga karo dataham visvato mukha. Aksharanam akarosmi. Of all the letters, I am the first letter. Letter A, A. So akara. So that's what A. Akarosmi. And of all the dual compounds, so among the compounds, I am the dual compound. Among the compound words, I am the dual compound. Dvandvaga samashikasya. And I am the in Kala, which is eternal, indestructible Kala, which destroys everything. Kalaha kalayatham aham. That's what Krishna said. Of all the subduers, I am the time. That's what Kalaha kalayatham aham. Here Krishna is saying that aham eva kshayaga kalu. Aham kalosmi loka kshayakrit pravritto lokan samahartum miha pravritta. So that's what Krishna says. Aham kalosmi. So here again he says that aham Evakshaya Kalo. Both are same. Aham Kalosmi in the 13th chapter, Krishna says, when Arjuna asks Krishna, who are you? I want to know your mission. So at that time, Krishna says that Aham Kalosmi. So Data Aham Visvato Mukha. Of all the Data creators, I am the four-headed Brahma, Vishvato Mukha. So that's what Krishna says. Of letters, I am the letter A, and among compound words, I am the dual compound. I am also inexhaustible time, and of creators, I am Brahma. So by Krishna's causeless mercy, we have successfully finished this sloka number 33 today. Now let us chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra and focus our mind on the transcendental sound vibration. नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते राधानाथ स्वामिनिति नामिने नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पश्चात्य देशतारिणे उमज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानांजन शलाकया चक्षुर्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare 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 Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hina Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Hare Krishna.
After so long, I might
Yes,
heard your voice. How are you?
Yes, Mataji, Krishna's mercy, I'm fine, Mataji, Hare Krishna. Yeah, we need to start early. I know for you, it's late whenever I start. Maybe, hopefully, I will try to start early soon,
No
Mataji.
problem.
Tomorrow I will try
No
to do
problem.
this. Yes, Mataji. How are you,
Okay.
Mataji?
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
I am good. I was little down from 2 weeks, but
Okay.
now I'm good.
Yes, Mataji. Krishna is, mercy is there, Mataji. You
Yes. Yes.
will take care of the devotees very well.
Yes, please. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Hare
Mataji.
Krishna,
Hare
Guruji.
Krishna. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Mataji. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Brinda Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Nice to hear you. And I've been connecting once or twice earlier also when you had spoken, but I somehow the connection didn't go through, and being irregular with your absence and our presence, and
Yes.
But now that you are back. So are you back in the US or you're still in Chennai?
I am in Chennai now, Mataji. I was in Bangalore last week. Yesterday evening, I came to Chennai. Yes, Mataji. So
Okay,
I mostly in few weeks I'll go to US. Yes, Mataji. Maybe by middle of October. That's what I'm aiming. Yes, Mataji.
Yes, Guruji. Thank you so much for the class. It's very enlightening, and we feel so connected when you are there for the class, Guruji. Yes, Guruji.
Krishna's mercy only, Mataji. Krishna's mercy.
Yes. And today you said that Krishna is the Bhagavad Gita himself and the knowledge of the self. So Bhagavad Gita is giving us knowledge of Krishna, which is the self in all of us, which is the Krishna in all of us, the self, the higher self. So
Yes.
Guruji, where does the Atma, so he's using the word Atma for both?
Adhyatma. Adhyatma means it's the knowledge about ourselves. That's what Adhyatma.
Yeah, so about ourself is the living entity also and the supreme self also.
So sometimes, Krishna, when he says that Atma also, he is Paramatma, of course. But even in his first sloka, when he was explaining about his opulence, Ahamatma Guda Kesha Sarva Bhuta Sayastitaka. So I am the Atma. So that's what Krishna is. Of course, he calls himself as Atma also, but he is also Paramatma iti chayuktaga Degesmin Purushaga Para. Yes.
Yes, Guruji. So that word sometimes is the living entity also and the supreme self also.
See, Atma refers to both Krishna and us. But Krishna is Paramatma, we are Jivatma.
Yes, yes. Correct, Guruji. So it is the knowledge.
Sometimes Brahman, when Krishna is talking about, Krishna refers to Brahman also. Brahmarpanam, Brahma Gaviki, Brahmagnav, Brahmana Kutam, Brahmaiva Tena, Gantavyam, Brahma Karma Samadhana. That time, Krishna is referring, Brahma means only to him.
Okay. Okay, Guruji.
But we are also sometimes referred to as Brahma, Brahma Bhuta, Prasannatma. So that way, it all, in what context it is said, that's how we need to understand.
Yes. So the Bhagavad Gita is basically teaching us again and again about the living entity Atma and the Paramatma within us.
Yes. Everything. About Krishna, about ourselves. So that's what we need to know. We need to act every day. All our actions should be based on this. So then only we can actually get out of this material well.
Yes, Guruji.
We cannot expect everyone to do that. But we need to do that. We need to make sure that we need to do that. That's very important.
Yes, Guruji. Thank you so much for the clarification. Thank you, Guruji.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Thank you, Guruji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Mohanan Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Pranam Guruji.
Pranam Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Thank you so much for the class, Guruji, after a long gap.
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes.
Traveling
Thank
yesterday.
you. Yes, Guruji. Hare Krishna, Guruji. It's very interesting class, Guruji. And let us hope we will continue every day.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Mahendra Shukla Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji. Dandavat Pranam. Hare
Krishna.
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Hare. Tumba Nandi Saji.
Nandi Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Palniappan Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare
Rama, Rama, Rama.
Hare Hare.
As usual, today's class also really very interesting, and we are learning about Krishna's about. That is a very interesting thing actually. This chapter, this whole 10th chapter. Thank you, Guruji. Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Ram, Hare Krishna. It was nice meeting you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Thank you. Thank you, Guruji. Thank you. Thank you.
Sumati Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you for the class, Guruji. And
Thank
also very happy to have met you. Thank you for
Yes,
coming home.
Mataji, it was really very nice. Krishna.
Yes.
It's all Krishna's mercy only, Mataji. Meeting
Yes.
you, Prabhu and Palniappan Prabhu.
Yes. Thank you, Guruji.
Thank
Thank
you.
you for the class, Guruji. Hope all is well at Chennai.
Yes, Mataji. Krishna's mercy. Yes, Mataji.
Okay, Guruji. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Mani Prabhu, Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Sunil Shivas Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Manoranjan Sahu Prabhu, Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Really, and Buddha Mataji told that at that Om Atma, really excellent class, and I got late joined. Sorry. So really, we are very much glad. As much whatever you listen, one word also is very much touch our heart, and we connect with Lord Krishna and feel guilty what we have not done. We are not connected with Krishna. We should be always alert in listening or you're attending classes, so that we will be totally, what you say, cleansed or scenes and everything by this taking that spiritual bath. The spiritual, the word is spiritual is very important. Spiritual life is meaningless without spiritual life. So we are leading a 99% people are material life or religious celebrations, religions, all occasions. These are all religious minded. But spiritual is something different. The transcendental, the Guhya Gyan, the Rajavidya, Bhagavad Gita is the only lead you us to lead a transformed spiritual life. But really, your class is very super, and really we are very lucky, fortunate to avail this golden opportunity to attend the class and make our body and soul totally cleansed, purged or purified, and really make us sacred and what you say, sacrosanct. Really grateful to you, Guruji, very much. Maybe long time, but try to connect everything, all moment only with Lord Krishna. And really, and I'm very much grateful to you, Guruji. And because of you, attend these classes. That Tattvamasi, Shivam, Prajnanam, Brahmam. So there is no difference. Lord Krishna says, you are my part. So you should connect. I am not separate from you, Paramatma, Jivatma, the same. Without one cannot live without each other. So Lord Krishna always, those who are very like Sudama, and because of maybe a friend or other thing, always connect when you Jivatma connect with Paramatma. So everything can be possible. We excommunicate ourselves from Paramatma. This is our difficulty. This is our miserable state. So it is our duty to connect to Lord Krishna. So really grateful. This is the knowledge, and we are very lucky to have Bhagavad Gita handed down. Lord Krishna is merciful. I give you this key. You should open. If you won't open, you will suffer. So Lord Krishna himself suffered a lot throughout life. It's a great example for us. What we are suffering? Oh, we are telling that I am suffering, suffering. No. The Lord Krishna is very kind-hearted, very generous. He endured all kind of trials and tribulations, sufferings, everything. Even in Mahabharata, he told that I won't touch the astra. Even if that when Karna or maybe Bhishma is a righteous person, also he made mistakes. What is dharma? He took it wrong way, and ultimately Krishna himself and used weapons to establish dharma, and it is God's already decisions. And Arjuna came and took the astra and shot Bhishma. It's a very great example. We are very emotional, really. Guruji, Mahabharata is a great example, great model before us. That righteousness always established. To do wrong, whatever power may be, even Bhishma also made many mistakes. How could you tolerate the Vastraharana, Draupadi? So injustice is going on. If you tolerate it, it is very grave injustice. So we should Really, Lord Krishna is grateful. I am very grateful, Guruji. Guruji, without Guru, nothing is possible. Even Lord Krishna also had a Guru, Sandipani. And really, Guruji, I am very bowed down before my head. Guruji, because of you, you make us always transform into a spiritual being. You try your almost all your endeavor, put all your energies for us to transform into right being, divine being. Thank you, Guruji. Pranam, Guruji. Satatanam.
Hare Krishna, Guruji. Hare Krishna, Guruji.